Welcome to Lovelace Stadium. I'm Chris Mycoskie alongside Smacker Miles. UNT now just one game back of FAU in the American standings. Tulsa looming there as well. By the end of the day, Smacker, we could have a three-way tie atop the league.
Chris, what a game last night. UNT's bats came alive. The difference in the game was a couple missed opportunities at the plate for FAU. And in the end, it was filled with highlights, and the drone show was pretty solid too.
Let's take a look at that Friday night action on the field last night from Lovelace. And the scoring got started in the top of the first inning for FAU as a wild pitch got away from Elizabeth Moffitt, plating Cameo Presutti. Score 2-1 in favor of FAU until Tatum Sparks came through with an RBI singles, tying the score at 2. More from Tatum later on. UNT's defense couldn't come through with a double play ball in the top of the third inning at first, but then ended the frame with one as Trudy Schlotterbeck grounded out 4-6-3. Fast forward to the bottom of the fourth inning. Sparks up again, leading things off with a solo shot to straightaway center field, her third home run of the season, giving UNT the lead. And then we move into the top of the sixth inning. Cameron Jackson leading off the frame with a single, but she was the last hitter to reach for FAU. Rylee Nicholson pinch hit for by Kat Ibarra, and Ibarra comes through with a double for North Texas. In the end, Mackenzie Wagner striking out Cameron Orland, then inducing a ground out to Presutti, giving North Texas the victory 4-2 over Florida Atlantic, and Sparks was the star of the game, Smacker.
Sparks had an outstanding day. We already saw her home run, her third of this season. On the game, she had a hit and an RBI in the second, and a home run that gave UNT the lead in the fourth inning. She tied her career high with 11 multi-hit. It was her 11th multi-hit game.
It's game 2 between Florida Atlantic and North Texas. If the Mean Green come out on top, they'll move into a tie for first in the American. Into left center, that'll score Schlotterbeck, and FAU draws first blood. 1-0 Owls as De Leon delivers.
FAU finding holes early. Sometimes those hits fall and sometimes they don't. Last night there was a lot of hitting at two people. Early in this game they found a lot of gaps in the UNT defense on what are true hits. Here's another look.
Cameron Orland is at third, De Leon at first. Right back at Savage. He's trying to turn two. On to second, to first. Can't complete the DP, meaning Orland scores for FAU. It's 2-0 Owls. 2 out and a runner on third. And Leebrick comes through with a line drive to left field. Presutti scores, and it's 3-0 Florida Atlantic in the second.
Here's another look. Savage throwing a right down the middle pitch. She's been a little bit out of the strike zone, so that pitch was rare. FAU taking advantage.
Florida Atlantic has left 4 runners stranded today as well. Well, North Texas has just done that with 1. So it could have been worse to this point for the Mean Green. De Leon to deep left center and gone. Caitlin De Leon with her second run batted in of the afternoon. She had an RBI single in the second and a solo homer in the fourth. It's 4-0 Owls.
De Leon hits her first home run of the season, adding to the FAU lead. She drives the ball, and somehow it found a hole in between the net out there and actually got out. UNT with a very familiar roster. FAU with a few more newcomers. But regardless of the conference, you're not going to forget a sweep that was last year.
2-1, high shot towards the patrons in right. Mikayla Smith goes yard, and UNT cuts the deficit in half. It's now 4-2 Owls.
Smith providing a total spark for UNT. The crowd goes wild as she drives it out of the park over to the patrons, as Chris would call them, in honor of the Masters.
We didn't get the highlight reel play during the bottom of the second, our golf-style inning, but we do get one here in the fourth. No muted tones, but we can still use the Augusta terminology.
Was that pine straw or first cut?
Take a look at her pitch count through the day so far, now over 80 on the day. First pitch swinging into center field. It hops in front of Lexi Cobb, allowing Chanel to come home. FAU leads by 3 as Trinity Schlotterbeck delivers an RBI base hit.
Here's another look at the RBI base hit. FAU on a rally, putting together a nice string of walks, hits, and moving base runners along.
As the Mean Green need 4 runs to tie, 5 to win in the bottom of the 7th. Crazier things have happened, and as I like to ask, heading into a situation like this, Smacker, how do you eat an elephant?
What do you mean?
One bite at a time.
Oh, that's a good one. I could use that in life. I'm the person that doesn't.
The shock on your face trying to figure out what I was talking about.
I'm like, you don't eat elephants. But you can't think that way if you're at the plate right now.
One bite at a time, Smacker. 4-run deficit. You can't get it all back in one swing.
I'm usually learning stat tips or history sport facts from Chris. But I got a new one.
Got a new
some
saying
life
you can
advice.
Use
yes.
When you've got a big problem in front of you. Through the left side, and there's that first little nibble at the elephant, Smacker, a leadoff single.
Absolutely. I think you and Coach DeLong are on the same page. Maintain neutral, hit like you would in any other situation. Here's another look. Good contact. Makes it to the outfield.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Lifted to left field. Nicholson with a 2-run homer for the Mean Green. Nibble away.
Nicholson had an outstanding at-bat heading into that full count, and she waited. She worked the count. She waited till she found one that she liked and drove it in a very clutch situation for UNT. Schlotterbeck has not made anything easy, and this is an example of Nicholson just working and winning that at-bat. What a timely, unbelievable home run for Nicholson.
Mean Green now within 2 of FAU as Jordan Clark pays a visit to Trinity Schlotterbeck.
Schlotterbeck does such a good job of not getting down in the count. She's never at a 3-0 or 3-1 occasionally, but she's never down in the count, and that makes it tough to bat against her.
The 2-2 with the bat thrown, and Orland picks it up and delivers to Jones for the final out of the ball game. And Florida Atlantic evens the series at 1 game apiece, and the Owls guarantee that they will leave Denton still in first place in the American.
This series has been so exciting. Last night, UNT getting the win. Today, FAU, full of highlights both days. Both teams have hit the ball well, and their pitchers have competed in the circle. FAU just executes more today, and UNT left some base runners on and missed some opportunities, but they have the opportunity tomorrow.
Let's take a look at how everything transpired this afternoon in Denton as Florida Atlantic racks up 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. North Texas with 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Trinity Schlotterbeck went the distance as the pitcher for Florida Atlantic, scattering 8 hits over the course of the day. And Caitlin De Leon with her first home run of the season, also an RBI single as part of her day. Some highlights for North Texas to be sure, but not enough to get past the conference leaders.